my name is Dr. David Zettler. I am a family medicine and sports medicine physician here at Prevea Health. I decided on family medicine really because I liked treating the entire patient. And I wanted to be a part of their entire care, not just focused on one thing in particular. But sports medicine ultimately really kind of drew me back and was really kind of one of my passions. We know that staying active is one of the best medicines we have. And typically I've found that my patients who stay active as they age typically do better regardless of what conditions they have. It seems that active, healthy lifestyle does really make a big difference in our patients and, their given conditions. So really that's my main goal for patients, is to try to keep them as active as possible throughout their lifespan. Rewarding for me is when I get my patients back doing what they want, whether that is my, patients with arthritis and they just want to get back walking again. When I can help them do that, that's just as satisfying as, getting that athlete back out onto the field playing football or soccer, or back onto the ice playing hockey. Those are the things that are really rewarding for me, is seeing my patients be able to do that.